Hey everyone, and welcome! Today, we're traveling back in time to uncover the mysteries of ancient Egypt and their awesome pyramids. These massive structures are like postcards from the past, and people have been amazed by them for ages. Get ready to be wowed by one of history's coolest civilizations. We're about to spend an hour exploring ancient Egypt, from its incredible buildings to its religious beliefs and the mark it left on the world. Okay, picture this. The Giza Plateau, with the Great Pyramid standing tall. This iconic structure, also known as the Pyramid of Khufu or the Pyramid of Cheops, is the largest of the three pyramids on the Giza Plateau. It's not just a marvel of ancient engineering, but also a testament to the ingenuity and determination of the ancient Egyptians. This thing is huge, built with over 2 million stone blocks, each weighing as much as an elephant. Imagine the sheer effort and coordination required to transport these massive stones from quarries, some of which were located miles away, and then to lift and place them with such precision. It was the tallest thing built by humans for over 3,800 years. Standing at an original height of 146.6 meters, it was a beacon of human achievement, towering over the landscape and inspiring awe in all who beheld it. Can you imagine the teamwork it took to cut, move, and perfectly place those giant stones without any modern tools? The workers, who were skilled laborers and not slaves as often believed, used copper tools, wooden sledges, and sheer human strength to accomplish this monumental task. And get this, the pyramid is lined up perfectly with the north, south, east, and west directions. This precise alignment with the cardinal points is a testament to the Egyptians' advanced understanding of astronomy and their meticulous planning. That tells us the Egyptians knew a lot about the stars and geometry. They used their knowledge of the night sky to align the pyramid with the stars, ensuring that it would stand as a celestial monument for eternity. Inside, the pyramid is like a maze, with secret rooms and hallways leading to the king's chamber, where Pharaoh Khufu was laid to rest. These passageways were designed to protect the pharaoh's body and his treasures from grave robbers. This room, covered in granite, is bare, with just an empty sarcophagus, like a whisper from the past. The granite blocks used in the king's chamber were transported from Aswan, over 800 kilometers away, showcasing the lengths the Egyptians went to honor their pharaoh. The Great Pyramid is more than just a tomb. It shows us what humans can achieve when they put their minds together. It stands as a symbol of human ingenuity, perseverance, and the enduring legacy of one of the greatest civilizations in history. To really get why the pyramids are so cool, we need to understand how much the ancient Egyptians believed in the afterlife. Their entire culture was deeply intertwined with the concept of life after death. They believed that life on Earth was just a small part of an eternal journey. The afterlife was not just a vague hope or a comforting idea. It was a detailed and vivid reality that they prepared for meticulously. They didn't see death as the end, but as a journey to another world where they'd live forever with the gods. This belief was so strong that it influenced every aspect of their lives, from the way they built their homes to the way they conducted their daily rituals. The afterlife was a place where they would be reunited with loved ones, continue their work, and enjoy pleasures similar to those on Earth, but in a more perfect form. So the pyramids weren't just tombs, but fancy homes for the afterlife, stocked with everything you'd need for the journey. These grand structures were designed to ensure a smooth transition to the next world. They were filled with food, clothing, tools, and even games to keep the deceased entertained. The walls were adorned with spells and instructions from the Book of the Dead, guiding the soul through the challenges it would face in the afterlife. Inside, archaeologists have found a treasure chest of artifacts, from everyday stuff to beautiful jewelry and furniture, all meant to go with the dead to the afterlife. These items were not just for show. They were believed to be magically transformed into usable objects in the afterlife. The quality and quantity of these goods often reflected the status and wealth of the deceased, showing how much they valued their journey to the next world. These goodies give us a peek into what the Egyptians valued and what they hoped for in the next world. Hieroglyphs and inscriptions found in the tombs provide detailed accounts of their beliefs and practices. Canopic jars, for instance, were used to store and protect the internal organs of the deceased, which were thought to be needed in the afterlife. Each jar was dedicated to a specific organ and guarded by a deity. They really went all out preparing for the afterlife, which shows how deeply they believed in it and how much they wanted to live forever. The elaborate burial rituals, the construction of massive pyramids, and the detailed preparations all point to a culture that was obsessed with the idea of eternal life. This dedication not only highlights their spiritual beliefs, but also their desire to achieve immortality and eternal happiness. Today, the pyramids look weathered and worn down by the desert winds. But close your eyes and imagine them in their prime. They used to be covered in shiny white casing stones, polished to perfection. These stones, brought in from quarries across the Nile River, fit together so well you could barely see the lines. Can you imagine how amazing that would look? Under the hot Egyptian sun, the pyramids would have sparkled like giant diamonds, visible for miles. This stunning sight wasn't just for looks, it also had meaning. The white stones represented the sun god Ra's rays, lighting the pharaoh's way to the afterlife. Sadly, over time, most of these stones were taken, leaving the pyramids bare. Now let's talk about the Sphinx, that mysterious creature guarding the Giza plateau. Carved from one giant block of limestone, it has the body of a lion and the head of a human, symbolizing strength and wisdom. But here's the mystery. We still don't know exactly why it was built, or which pharaoh it represents. Some think it's Pharaoh Khafre, who built the second largest pyramid, while others say it's the sun god Ra. Whoever it is, the Sphinx is a powerful symbol of ancient Egypt, and its mysterious smile still fascinates us today. Time has definitely left its mark on the Sphinx, wearing down its features and burying most of its body in sand. Ever heard of hieroglyphics? These ancient symbols are more than just mysterious carvings on old stones. It's the unique and super detailed writing system the ancient Egyptians used. This system is a fascinating blend of art and language. It's a mix of pictures, sounds, and letters, often painted in bright colors. Each symbol could represent an object, a sound, or even a concept. These symbols weren't just for writing messages, they were like art, decorating temples and tombs, telling stories about their beliefs and rituals. Imagine walking through a temple and seeing entire walls covered in these intricate symbols, each telling a part of a grand story. For centuries, we couldn't understand hieroglyphics. It was like the ancients were speaking a language we'd forgotten. Scholars and adventurers were baffled by these enigmatic symbols. Then, in 1799, someone found the Rosetta Stone, a stone slab with the same message written in 3 different ways: hieroglyphics, Demotic script, another Egyptian script, and ancient Greek. This discovery was like finding a key to a locked door. That was our key. Scholars could finally start to decode the hieroglyphics by comparing them with the known Greek text. Finally, we could understand what the hieroglyphics meant. This breakthrough allowed us to read the stories, laws, and records of ancient Egypt. This discovery was huge. It opened up a whole new understanding of ancient Egypt, its history, culture, and what they believed. We could now appreciate the richness of their civilization in a way that was never possible before. Here's a fun fact. The pyramids weren't built by slaves, but by skilled workers who dedicated their lives to these massive projects. These guys, who were mostly farmers when the Nile River flooded, were organized into teams. Each team had a specialty, like cutting the stones, moving them, or putting them in place with amazing precision. And guess what? There's evidence that these workers were well-fed, had places to live, and even received medical care. That shows how much their skills and hard work were valued. The pyramids weren't built on the backs of slaves. They represent the brilliance and teamwork of the ancient Egyptians, proving they could achieve anything they set their minds to. Chapter 7. Precision in Stone. The Mathematics and Engineering of the Pyramids. To build the pyramids, you needed to be a math whiz and an engineering genius, which tells us the ancient Egyptians were incredibly smart. The pyramids are lined up perfectly with the north, south, east, and west, and their measurements and proportions are so accurate. That means they knew a lot about geometry and astronomy. The Egyptians had their own math system based on tens, just like ours, and they used it to figure out angles, distances, and volumes with incredible accuracy. And their engineering skills were off the charts. They moved and lifted giant blocks of stone, built strong structures that lasted for thousands of years, and created complex rooms and passages inside the pyramids. Chapter 8. Written in the Stars, the Astronomical Alignments of the Pyramids. The ancient Egyptians loved looking at the stars, and their lives revolved around the patterns in the sky. You can see this in how they lined up the pyramids with certain stars and constellations. For example, the 3 pyramids at Giza are lined up perfectly with the 3 stars that form Orion's belt. Orion was a constellation linked to Osiris, the god of the underworld and rebirth. This wasn't an accident. It tells us the pyramids weren't just tombs. They had a deeper meaning, connecting Earth with the heavens. The Egyptians believed that by matching their monuments to the stars, they were making sure the pharaoh would reach the afterlife and live forever with the gods. Chapter 9. The Art of Preservation, the Secrets of Mummification. The ancient Egyptians believed in the afterlife so much that they wanted to preserve their bodies forever using a process called mummification. This ritual took a long time and involved taking out the internal organs, drying out the body with special salts, and wrapping it in layers of linen bandages. They believed the organs were important for the afterlife, so they preserved them separately in special jars called canopic jars. Then, they placed the mummy inside a sarcophagus, often decorated with beautiful carvings and paintings of the dead person and scenes from the afterlife. The Egyptian skill in mummification shows how much they knew about the human body and chemistry, and it teaches us a lot about their beliefs and practices. Chapter 10. Secrets in the Shadows, Hidden Chambers and Passageways. The pyramids aren't just solid structures. They're like giant puzzles with secret rooms and passages hidden inside. Some we've discovered, but others remain a mystery. These secret spaces, tucked deep within the pyramids, served different purposes. Some protected the burial chamber from robbers, while others stored treasures and offerings for the afterlife. Finding these hidden chambers, often using cool technology like ground-penetrating radar, makes the pyramids even more fascinating. Every new discovery teaches us something new about these ancient structures and reminds us how clever and skilled the ancient Egyptians were. Outro Legacy in Stone. Wow, what a journey through the mysteries of ancient Egypt. From the towering Great Pyramid to the intricate hieroglyphics, we've explored the wonders of this ancient civilization and been amazed by their intelligence, beliefs, and lasting impact. Ancient Egypt's story reminds us of the power of the human spirit, our ability to invent, create, and seek knowledge. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more awesome insights into the world's most fascinating civilizations. Until next time, keep exploring our planet's wonders and the mysteries of the past.